I really like the American way. Yeah, and I would say that because when I was young, I wanted to be American. So I used to write stories when I wanted to make films. When I was like 15 and my English was not very good, I used to write the studios because I wanted to work there. They replied, but of course they didn't say, yeah, come, we're gonna make movies together. But they replied just like, thank you for your, for your letter, but like, this isn't gonna happen. It was funny because when my mom was picking up the mail, she was like, there's a letter for you, it's from Hollywood. Just like, whatever. She used to call me the bubble child anyway, because I really grew up in a bubble with, you know, my characters, my world. But at some point, I was turning 22 and I wanted to get my independence. I wanted to get my own place. So I had to start working, and I was fascinated by the financial world. It was really interesting to see how the economy works, how the shares, you know, the whole thing works. So I was offered a job in Singapore as a relationship manager for like high value customers. And I said, okay, let's try it. So I was sent from Paris to Singapore within the same bank. And I stayed in Singapore for 5 years. So overall, I worked in the banking industry for 12 years.
How did your mom react when you got the job?
In Singapore,
Yeah.
she supported me.
What did she say?
She said, yeah, just go, do it. It's gonna be great for your career. But she was my only family. I was her only family. So it was hard for both of us. My mom was always the person I would call before I decide to do something. And most of the time she was like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. So I was like, okay. And one day she didn't pick up the phone, she didn't reply in my email. So I called a friend. I was like, can you check on my mom? Because, you know, this is weird that she's not, you know, giving any news or... So my friend checked on her, and yeah, she had passed out, and she was in her living room. So she was sent to the hospital, and when she got there, I thought I was dealing with some kind of depression.
You thought your mom was depressed?
Yeah, because she was alone, because I was away, because, you know, and she had just got retired, so maybe she was bored. That's what I thought. And a friend of mine called me. I was like, Steph, I think you should come. It might be a depression, but it's like really deep. It's not something that, you know, can be. So I took a flight. I booked a flight and I went to Paris. And when I got there, I went to the hospital and I saw her, and she was like super skinny. And I was like, hey, what happened? What are you doing? You didn't eat? You look skinny and blah. And she was like, I'm okay. And I was trying to cheer her up, you know, with some pastries that she likes, and some magazines about travels, because she loves traveling. So I was supposed to stay for a week, and on my birthday, I was told by the doctors that she was actually dying, that it was like really serious. I actually found out that she was ill. She had cancer spread all over, you know, lungs, spine, brain. It was terrible. So, and whatever they wanted to try, it was impossible, because but she was actually talking to friends who came to say goodbye, and she told a friend, I'm ready. I don't want to go through the, you know, surgeries anymore. I'm ready. at that.
It's okay.
But the last days, she couldn't talk. she was actually conscious, but she couldn't talk. But everything I was saying, she could hear it, because at some point I was like, Mom, I'm really sorry, I should have not gone to Singapore. And she was like, just like, what the hell are you saying? Like, don't say that. So that's how I could tell that she could hear me. And when then I talked to her, I told her everything I had to say, and she cried. So, and then she left. But she had a smile on her face. So yeah, went back to Singapore, working, and someday in July, I started to write again stories and films. And in October, my body just let me down. I couldn't walk. I couldn't eat. I lost a lot of weight, and my brain just grilled. And one day I was in a conference call with Hong Kong and Singapore teams, and I could not understand a word of what they were saying. I could understand English, but I could not understand what they were expecting from me. So I called my boss and I was like, I am not doing well. I don't know if I need a break. I don't know if I need to live. So it was like a wake-up call. It's just like, it took me a few months, but yeah, that's what I did. So I sold the house. I applied for the film program at the LA Film School, and I came here. And I got the green card. I won the lottery. I think my mom was like, okay, I'm going to help you a little bit more.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
What was going through your head before you boarded the plane?
Oh my God, so many things. I was happy because I was starting something new that I would like, in a country that I like, in a city that I love. And I would be doing what I love to. So it was mostly positive. But yeah, at some point, sometimes I was freaking out. I was like, what am I doing? I won't have a job. And sometimes I was like, oh, it's going to be okay. So, hey, Mom. So yeah, it's pretty funny how, life has a funny way to get you back on track. So I'm back in films, and I live in Los Angeles, and I got my green card. So technically, I became a little bit American, like I wanted to be when I was like 4 or 5. So yeah, I did it, and it's thanks to you.